Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. And what we're going to make are cookies, but we're going to make peanut butter chocolate oatmeal cookies with a glaze or with a frosting. It sounds like a lot of work, but it really isn't. These are easy and they are really, I think, great tasting cookies. So let's get started. Now you can certainly use your hand mixer if you prefer, but I'm going to use my stand-up because it's much quicker for the videos. I'm going to warn you about the sound when I run it, so in case you want to turn down that sound, feel free. Let's start off with butter, okay? If you don't have butter, yes, you can use margarine, and these cookies will taste, well, good, because I've done both, and I've gotten comments from people. I prefer the butter, but like I said, for whatever reasons, you want to use margarine, feel free. Let's start off with a half a cup of butter. Now I've had it at room temperature. I cut it up into small pieces because I think it's easier to cream that way. So I'm going to just turn my mixer on and blend that and cream it just for a few seconds. Okay, the next thing that you're going to be putting in is a half a cup of granulated sugar to your butter or your margarine. Now, I no longer put the ingredients to the recipe below the video, and I'm sorry about that, but I'll explain later. So let's bring the butter and the granulated sugar together. Next up is a half a cup of brown sugar. I leave it in that state because, I want to make sure. I always get questions, should it be packed? Yes, on this particular recipe, yes, you do want to pack that half a cup. So let's bring all that together. Now, that's probably going to take you, a minute or two or that kind of thing, but I'm moving it on to the video. The next thing is your peanut butter. Use whatever brand that you prefer, and I'm using 1/3 of a cup of creamy peanut butter, okay? So I'm just going to take that all out with my spatula here and get it all out of there. Okay. And then just beat that till it becomes nice and creamy. And it might take you a minute or two, it might take you 3 minutes. Really depends what mixer you're using and at what speed. Okay. The next thing is 1 egg. I've had 1 egg and I've had it at room temperature, and we're going to beat that in. And we're also going to be putting 1 teaspoon of vanilla in. 1 teaspoon. And now we want to work on the dry ingredients, and you need 1 cup of oatmeal, or your rolled oats, okay? And I'm just going to put that all in. And again, just till you mix it in. You don't have to overbeat it or anything like that, okay? Now, what you'll need, of course, is flour. So you will need 1 cup of all-purpose flour. You're also going to be putting in I just lost my train of thought there. I'm sorry. A half a teaspoon of baking soda to your 1 cup of flour. And you're going to put 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And then just with my little whisk here, I'm just kind of stirring that in. The baking soda and the salt. All right. And we're going to combine that just a little at a time. And just mix that till it starts to make like a cookie batter. Oh, these cookies smell so good before you even bake them, because you know you smell that peanut butter, and then when you're baking them, oh, the peanut butter and the chocolate in the oven baking, oh, it's fantastic. Okay, the next thing is I used about 3 ounces of chocolate, whatever kind of chocolate you have, whether you have chocolate morsels, chocolate chip morsels, you know, whatever kind of candy that you have in the house. I find about 3 ounces is good. If you want to use more, you know, feel free. Now, you can mix it in with your mixer, or you can fold it in with your hands, but I'm just going to put it all in and then just turn my mixer on just to evenly blend it. Okay, now I'm just going to take my paddle out of here and quickly take off my excess. I hate wasting product, as I'm sure you do as well. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring it together, and then I'm going to show you what the cookie dough looks like. Okay, so you can get an idea, okay, of what it looks like. It's semi-sticky, and you can see those nice chocolate chunks in there. Oh, what a great cookie. Okay, now you'll need, of course, a baking sheet, cookie sheet, pan, whatever. You can use your parchment paper, you can use your Teflon mats, or you can just not use at all. In fact, I found that I didn't even have to spray my tray, but I'm using the paper for the video. But if you feel better about it, you want to spray, you know, and you don't have paper and you don't use the mats, feel free. But I found they came out really good without any paper or anything like that. Now, as far as the size goes, I got about 27 cookies with this size scoop. And I just want to show you the difference in sizes, you know, going larger to smaller. And I use this one. I got 27 cookies out of it. You want to use a smaller one or whatever, you're going to get more. You're going to yield more, okay? The smaller you go, they'll watch, because I think they're going to bake up faster. Now, you are going to bake these cookies at 350 degrees, and they can take anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. And as you know, all our ovens set up so differently. So, you know, if you're doing 2 trays, alternate them. And I start checking mine after about 5 minutes. I just want to see, you know, how's it going. And then I'm just, you know, leveling that off. And do space them. They're not going to spread too much, but I don't want them too close either. So, you know, two inches away. That's fine, that kind of thing. Now, when they do bake up, when they come out, they're going to be soft. So let them sit on the hot tray for just a minute or 2, and then transfer them to your cooling rack, okay? Now, I want to show you what they look like once they bake up. And I want to just rinse my hand here a little bit to show you a sample cookie. This is how they'll turn out. They won't have a real dark color to them on the top. They're quite a medium light color. They will have a hard finish on the top. You'll have a nice golden brown on the bottom. And what I like to do is I like to make a glaze or a frosting over them. And I put it on once the cookie is cooled or almost completely cooled, because if it's too hot, it'll just run right off. And what I do is I just take a half a cup of powdered sugar, a 1/4 cup of peanut butter, and about 3 tablespoons of milk. Now, if you want it thinner, use a little bit more milk. If you want it thicker, well, use a little bit more powdered sugar. So I like mine to be more like a frosting than a glaze, but that's going to be up to you. And then what I do is I actually just dip the cookie right inside my bowl. You know, I give it a little stir, you know, a little spin rather, I should say. Let me take some of this off my spoon. And then I just use my spoon to cover the cookie like that. It's really that simple. And then I put them back on my cooling rack till they get a little bit hard, okay? So I want to show you what they look like once that they're set up and out of the frosting, and this is how they turn out. So the frosting or the glaze, whatever you prefer to call it, has set up, and it's let me take this glove off here. You can see it's not sticky anymore. Okay, let's get another one here. Let's get a little bigger one. I think it might be able to show better on the camera. Okay, and then when you break them open, okay, they will have a semi-chew to them. So they're not real dense, they're not real heavy, they're about medium density, and they have a chew to them, okay? So they're not real hard, but they're not real soft either. Again, about medium density. And they really taste, if you like peanut butter, if you like oatmeal, I think you're going to like this cookie. Now, if you try this recipe and you like it, we'll leave a comment because I like to hear from you. And please try to always watch me on YouTube because that's the only place I put my videos. And the reason I no longer put the recipe below the videos is because, and I'm not alone on this, that's for sure, but I'm tired of seeing people pin and post and take my work. And it's so frustrating when I see somebody kind enough to take the time to write or ask a question and I can't answer it. But if you watch me on YouTube, you write to me on YouTube, I'm going to get your question, I'm going to get your comment, and I will answer in a timely fashion. So I hope you try these cookies. I think that's a good recipe, and I think it's a quick recipe because I do like quick recipes. So thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake. If you're so inclined and you'd like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. In fact, I'm close to getting 20,000 subscribers, and I can't thank everyone that's taken the time to subscribe or ring the bell or give me a like. I'd really appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.